Clemson won it by 10, and turnovers played a huge part in that game. Clemson turned it over 26 times and still won the game. Clemson in their white uniforms, and BC going with their dark gray trimmed in their primary colors. Ruby Whitehorn right off the bat, takes it off the bounce. 19 points in the regular season matchup. As you take a look at the starting five, Dontavia Wagner has been such a dynamic player, deservedly making the all-defensive team. Coach Joanna Burnaby-McNamee was thrilled that she was recognized for that. Now the shot clock is winding down. One pass, perhaps too many. No, they got the shot off, and then Wagner saves it. Actually, Sidbury, pardon me. It was Sidbury who was able to get in there and get the basket. Let's take a look at the starting five for Clemson. Number 5, Amari Robinson's got the ball right now, and she is the star, not only of this team, but of this entire program.
In the last matchup against these two teams, Amari Robinson was in foul trouble, so getting her involved early is important for the Tigers. But you mentioned it, really the heart and soul of this Clemson Tiger program, everything that she stands for. Amanda Butler could not stop singing her praises.
Robinson using up the final year of her eligibility, and the follow goes in. That's Wagner. Made her freshman year at NC State and really has started to thrive now in her senior year. I expect to see a lot of tie-ups, and you see Ivy didn't want to let go of the ball. Ball goes over to the Eagles.
And both of these teams primarily play zone defense, so finding the openings in the zone, handling when they're trapping on the wings. Boston College likes to shoot the gap. That's how they get their steals.
Kick ball called by Mai Forsberg. Good crew here. Mai along with Denise Brooks and Tiara Cruz. Coach Mack, in her 6th year in charge of Boston College, has had some ups and downs. They had a 10-game losing streak, but they broke it in style, beating North Carolina, and followed that up with another win against Pitt. And she said, we got to make shots. It sounds simple, but that's what it is, right?
Hey, and that's the difference in these last 2 ball games, making shots. The first time they played Clemson 0 for 11 from the three-point line. In today's game, you've got to be able to knock down some threes.
That was Todd who was able to hit that one. She's their best three-point shooter. And how about an answer from Daishanette Harris, the grad out of Youngstown, Ohio. Had been playing at Pitt before coming to Clemson. Off to a good start, and Coach Mack had talked about her team needing patience if their primary offensive set didn't work, and that worked beautifully. Sidbury has a couple of buckets now.
Just doing such a good job of staying patient, of finding the open areas against the zone, shifting the zone back and forth. Sometimes you can get a little passive and passing around the perimeter. BC doing a good job of getting some interior touches.
That's a hard foul there called on Wagner.
Hey, but both teams knocking down threes as well. Tiana Todd knocking one down, and on the other end, Daishanette Harris. Typically, we're seeing her getting to the rim. There she knocks down the three.
Well, that's only her 23rd three of the season. And she gets another one.
What an addition Daishanette Harris has been for this Clemson program. A primary ball handler, somebody who can break down the D, has experience in this league, can get Amari Robinson touches inside.
About 19 points the first 3 minutes of this game. Now Clemson in the open court. Harris. There she is. You talked about how she can attack the rim. Didn't finish, but Robinson, who was everywhere, got her hands on the ball, so it stays with the Clemson Tigers. Amanda Butler, 6th year for her at Clemson. She is 5-0 in first-round games in the ACC tournament. And advance on to take on Louisville in the next round.
Trying to get a birthday win today.
Yes. Another birthday girl on Amari Robinson. JoJo Lacey called for the personal foul. Amanda Butler was the coach of the year a few years ago in this league. Knocked away by Wagner. Now the shot clock winding down for Harris, who lost it Robinson's going to have to try to bail him out. Rebound by Sidbury. Wagner with the high floater. Too much float. Not enough rim.
There you see Daishanette Harris making sure her team knows exactly what she wants, looking to get to the rim. Terrific defense.
Attacking the other way. Ivy gives it off, and Wagner knocks it down from the baseline. She's coming off a 24-point game against Pitt. She has 4 already today.
And playing with a really good pace. I mean, this is the Boston College team that can struggle in the quarter court offensively. They want to be able to get up and down the floor and play with great pace.
We're off to a very good start in this game. Both teams hitting at least 50% from the floor. Danielle Roush coming into the game. Number 33. Ruby Whitehorn can't get the friendly roll. Good box out by Lacey to keep Robinson away from the potential rebound. They got Whitehorn to bite on the fake, but decided to pass it. And here's Roush. You might remember her from Michigan. She is gritty.
Pretty tough, emotional leader.
Was the grad manager last year as she redshirted. Robinson is okay after she got fouled. So Amari Robinson will be heading to the line. She's got a couple of points already as we're off to a good start in this first game of the tournament. Ally ACC Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Down shots, and both coaches talked about the fact that, hey, listen, we've got to make sure that we're putting the ball through the net. We're finding the openings.
Amari Robinson at the free throw line, and we did ask Amanda Butler if she could just quantify, put into words what she has meant to the Clemson program, and she said absolutely not. Maybe give her a couple of years to let it sink in, but the numbers just tell a pinch of the story.
The numbers tell a portion of it, but what Amanda Butler spoke about with Amari Robinson is she's committed to legacy, she's committed to community, she's committed to team, and that's what she wanted to be about throughout her entire career at Clemson, and that is exactly how she's led this team in this organization.
Certainly could have opted to go, as we know, in this era of the transfer portal, but she has stuck it out. Whitehorn got the steal and then got fouled. Boy, that is 2 on JoJo Lacey.
Well, Clemson doing a good job of forcing Boston College out beyond the three-point line. Ruby Whitehorn getting in the passing lane.
And that's tough. Lacey sitting down perhaps for a while as she picks up 2 personal fouls. She's very important to this team, has been playing very well lately. Had 23 points in that upset win against North Carolina that broke their 10-game slide. Nia Valentine, number 2, is in now for Clemson to help run the point. Whitehorn might have gotten away with an extra step, and no, she didn't get away with it. There's the call. Whitehorn goes out, and Maddie Ott, number 30 in white, comes in. Butler coaching up Whitehorn before she takes a seat. Whitehorn, the highest ranked recruit ever in the history of Clemson, their very first McDonald's All-American. She is from Detroit. So all knotted up, the winner gets Louisville tomorrow. Louisville, the number 5 seed, because they lost to Notre Dame in the last game of the regular season, giving the Irish the 4th slot. Sidbury hit the shot on the other end. 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 Boston College with the basketball. We want to apologize. We had some technical problems there. Are your ears okay?
My ears are all right. Are yours?
No.
I'm just glad we can hear you again.
Yeah. So Boston College leading now 17-11. They are on a nice 6-0 run. We just had a foul committed by Maddie Ott. Pam Ward and Stephanie White joining you here on day one. First of 3 games from the ACC tournament. For the Eagles, Andrea Daly banks it in. That'll work. So 3-point play.
Boston College doing a much better job on the defensive end in the first meeting with these two teams, making life difficult for the Tigers.
And the Tigers have missed 7 straight shots. Valentine got bottled up. The Eagles, boy, you're right about their defense. And then Harris got the drive, pardon me. Daly committed that turnover. They forced it. And count it for Todd.
He's so active on the defensive end of the floor. They're small, so from an interior defensive standpoint, you're not going to have a lot of physicality, but they're quick. They get deflections that lead to steals. They swarm, and this allows them to get out in transition, play in the open floor where they can be so dangerous. This is a tough finish by Tiana Todd.
First foul on Whitehorn. It is a 10-0 Boston College run.
We talked to Coach Mack about what's been the difference in these last 2 games, and she said it's as simple as we're making shots. We've been doing the right things. We've been putting ourselves in position. The kids get in the gym and they work, just haven't been able to see the ball go through the net, and now they are and playing with a renewed sense of confidence.
Coming in winners of 2 in a row. This Boston College team that Coach Mack talked about how they have stayed together. He likes the team, so they like each other. They come into the gym, they take extra shots, put in extra work, and that's something you gotta love. Especially when they were mired in that hideous losing streak, they're still in the gym. Inside 2 minutes to go now in the first. That's knocked away, actually thrown away by Harris. That is 5 turnovers now. Ivy doing a good job of forcing that turnover. Clemson has 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes, 4 turnovers and 0 points. Ball stays with Boston College. They'll have 20 seconds to shoot. Mary Robinson and her Tigers coming in. They have lost 6 of their last 7 games. Harris able to get the errant pass and break a long drought. They've gone almost 3.5 minutes without a score, and Harris has 8 of their 13 points. Robinson box out, Roush able to get the rebound.
And this is where you can get early opportunities before the defense can get set. That could have been a reversal to the high post and a direct high-low.
That was one of the concerns for Coach Mack, was defending Clemson's high-low action. They gamble, and it pays off a lot when you have somebody like Wagner on your team.
Dontavia Wagner really sets the tone. Her instincts are so good. Her timing is impeccable. Amanda Butler telling us before the game, like, look, it's as simple but as important as just us being able to pass and catch.
Wagner now with 6 points. It's a 10-point advantage for BC. Robinson, they've done a good job neutralizing her, and then Whitehorn couldn't hang on to the bounce pass. It's now 7 turnovers for Clemson. And they had 26 when they beat BC in the regular season. Sidbury was open and just made the extra pass to Daly, who missed.
It's good execution. I mean, those are the types of shots that you're going to get against this zone.
Now the shot clock is off for Harris. Directing traffic. the right baseline, now makes the cut to the lane. There she is. Has improved her three-point shooting over the course of her career, but that one rimmed out. Boy, Boston College with a great, and you sort of, it's a zone, but looks like a man or vice versa.
Well, there are times that it's confusing. They're in a zone right now. They're active in that zone, but their shifts, their rotations, the way that they can switch on ball screens, and sometimes you can't really tell if they're in man or zone.
Very, very confusing. Whitehorn now with 4 points. She scores for Clemson.
I think at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter what they're in. It's executing actions, right? So in man-to-man, you might set screens and move in a different way. In zone, you're finding open areas. But the most important thing is player and ball movement.
Wagner has been called for a foul. That is the second on her. Wagner, their best defensive player, so she's got 2 fouls. So does JoJo Lacey, 2 starters with 2 fouls, and Wagner hits the bench.
And that was one of Coach Mack's keys, was to make sure that we stay out of foul trouble. And now with Wagner on the bench, the responsibility of keeping Amari Robinson from getting the ball in the interior falls on us as a collective unit.
And Robinson only with 3 points and no rebounds so far, calling for the ball with that Wagner out of the game now. But Whitehorn does it all by herself.
Ruby Whitehorn is so good, and she's just really scratching the surface. She averages just under 12 points a ball game, and you know, she's one of those players that you watch, and it's like she just really doesn't understand how good she can be, right? Her ceiling is so high.
She's got 6 points, all freshman team last year in the ACC. Ivy hits her first shot. There's Robinson, there you go.
And that's what you miss without having Dontavia Wagner. She is not the biggest in terms of size, but she moves her feet. She's active with her hands. She makes passes difficult because you never know where she's coming from.
Robinson now with 5 points. Harris on the go. Unjai, number 0, in for the Eagles. And foul has been called on Amari Robinson. That is the first on her. Robinson has played the most games in Clemson history. Scored almost 1,900 points and has been invaluable as a leader. Hoping this isn't her final collegiate game. That is a 3 knocked down by Todd. She's got 11.
BC doing a really good job of overloading the zone. You can get the zone shifted in any way you want, but if your passes aren't on time and on target, it doesn't matter, and they're doing a great job in both.
Todd with 11 points. That is her season average, including a couple of 2s today. BC missed all 11 of their 3s when they met in the regular season. Walsh with the rebound. Harris slices in. Some good end-to-end action now. So the bucket by
Boston College doing a really good job against this zone defense. They're getting the zone to shift. Watch the little on-ball screen create some confusion as we freeze it. Danielle Roush looks to go with the roller. This brings the back of the zone and Amari Robinson out to cover the wing. The corner for Tiana Todd. She's wide open with an opportunity to knock down a 3. She's got 13 of BC's 30.
Had 10 points against Clemson the first time they played, and as you see, she is shooting the ball with high efficiency, and a big change to a foul call during that last time out. The second foul given to Wagner was not hers. The officials went over, and instead it went to Daly. So just one foul for Wagner, one foul for Daly. That is huge because Wagner is so important for BC as Whitehorn hits again.
Another great read by Ruby Whitehorn. Her ability to elevate over defenders, to punch the gaps to the zone. Remember, she had 19, was 8 of 11 from the floor the last time these two teams met.
Coming off 18 points and a career-high 14 rebounds in the overtime loss to Florida State to end the season. And there's Ruby again. She is now into double figures. Third leading scorer on this team behind Robinson and Harris during the regular season. Wagner. Good save by Todd. And then steps back for the three. Streaking in to get the rebound and save the possession. Good job by Daly, who gets the ball back and is promptly stuffed by Inyang.
This is a terrific defensive play by Inyang. Daly active on the offensive glass, does a good job of getting possessions. But it sure looked like it went off of Inyang.
Yeah, I believe they are changing the call. And the Butler gets the bad news. Oh, actually, we just heard that a flop warning has been given to Clemson for that play. Harris.
I haven't seen a flop warning all year long.
I have not either. So Boston College gets the ball, and Harris gets the warning. Todd over to Ivy. Wagner going to do the work on her own. Her one-handed push shot was short. And play on.
Oh, missed it inside.
Inyang?
She was working hard for that seal.
Another turnover. And a terrific step to get to the basket by Taya Sidbury, the transfer from Utah, playing her first year at Boston College. She's got 8.
Well, that's the difficult thing about this Boston College defense. Your openings aren't going to be open for very long. You've got to be ready to make a pass by the time that you get it. You can't make a decision once you catch it, it's too late.
Whitehorn gives it up. It tried to get it to Inyang, and instead it goes into the back court. That is 10 turnovers now for the Tigers.
Great take in transition. Sidbury was able to get another easy 2.
Just a sophomore, played her freshman year in Utah. She is from Salt Lake City, then came all the way across the country to play at Boston College. Most points ever scored in Utah girls high school history. That's a lot. Over 2,500.
It's a lot, yeah. And coming to a Boston College team that was in need of somebody who could put the ball in the bucket. Great execution from the sideline out of bounds.
That's Daly who gets the basket. And Boston College continues to make Clemson pay for its turnovers. 20 points off turnovers now for BC, including that last bucket that we saw, trying to get Robinson involved.
I mean, this is excellent execution. You've got 2 screens coming, one by Dontavia Wagner, one by Sidbury on the interior. And Daly, this is a perfect pass by Kayla Ivy. Daly able to get the 2.
Yeah, Ivy averaging about 4.5 points per game, but she is second in the league to only Georgia Amore for assists. Wagner gives BC its biggest lead of the game. We will take a quick 30-second timeout.
Well, Boston College has excelled in transition. They've done an outstanding job on the defensive end of the floor, getting to the rim and finishing.
Meet Ron. Ron's been looking forward to March since last March.
Who's beating the West? Us?
Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or a buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
We're back in Greensboro. A 6-0 run this time for Boston College has given the Eagles their biggest lead of the game. This is a first-round game. The winner plays Louisville tomorrow. We have 2 more contests coming your way later today on the ACC network. And boy, Boston College, they've won 2 in a row after a 10-game losing streak. And Coach Mack talked about maybe certainly that they have confidence, and they look like a confident team today.
They absolutely do. They're doing what they do best on the defensive end of the floor. They're sure in their offensive end of the floor. They're knocking down shots, stepping up with confidence. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, Pam. You know, you go through a 10-game losing streak, and it's hard. It's brutal. But they finally see the ball go through the net. This is a team who's been through a lot of adversity this year, some ups and downs, and they found a way to get hot at the right time.
You see that 10-game losing streak that we referenced snapped with style when they beat North Carolina, then beat Pitt. And Coach Mack has talked about how her team has stayed unified, and part of what they went through is JoJo Lacey lost her dad, with whom she was very, very close. During the season, she had to miss 7 games, and Coach said she wasn't even sure she would come back. She was that close to her dad, and it was that sudden, and that's a lot to play through.
Well, and she's a player who, over the last 2 games, has been hot, and sometimes it takes a little bit of like perspective to take some pressure off of yourself and just play the game and play with joy, and certainly continuing to send thoughts and prayers to JoJo Lacey and her family.
She had some other players. Anjai lost her mom when she was in high school, and it's just the things that these very young women have to go through. And Lacey has been playing very well, as you mentioned. Good to see for the senior from Douglasville, Pennsylvania. Kaylee just picked up her 2nd foul. Whitehorn taking a lot of shots. That one fell.
She's got to. You know, she's got to be a creator for this Clemson team. At some point, the Tigers are going to have to get Amari Robinson involved, find ways to get her some touches.
Amari's only taken 5 shots. Sidbury just bowled her way into the lane. There was contact on Elmore. Now Roush comes out of the pack. Finally, one gets to fall for Harris. She is 3 for 4 from distance.
Orby Whitehorn is just having her way with driving right into the middle of the lane and elevating over defenders. But Dejanette Harris started the game with back-to-back 3-point field goals, makes another one. No, she's an energy player for this Clemson team. She can set the tone with her ability to bring the ball down in transition on the defensive end of the floor. She made the steal that led to the 3.
Elmore just picked up her 2nd foul. Put Wagner on the line where she hit 1 out of 2. Dejanette Harris, who you just mentioned, averaging career highs in 3-point shooting and also in scoring this year. I mean, just a big, big pickup for Amanda Butler. She's 3 for 4 from 3, only had 22 threes all season long in 30 games.
The timing for the Clemson Tigers just a little bit off, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense of the Eagles. But Ruby Whitehorn continues to find openings in the zone.
And that was a terrific pass from Harris. Whitehorn has scored 12 of Clemson's 17 points in this quarter. Wagner with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Well, Dontavia Wagner so quick off the bounce. Was able to get up and shoot the little floater over Robinson. taking the contact. You know, Dontavia Wagner gets to the free throw line a lot. She only shoots it at 60%. So some missed opportunities left there in terms of scoring points for Dontavia Wagner.
Absolutely. She gets there on average about 5.5 times per game. Nice fake by Amari to get herself some room, but then she missed. BC on the run. Sidbury waits for some help. 3, good look, and a great finish for Todd. She's got 16 in the game.
Such good ball movement, making the extra pass, forcing the defense to shift.
She's got 3 threes. Inside a minute. Harris got to take it away. Who else? Wagner got a hand on it, but Whitehorn was able to rescue. No, it's Whitehorn with 16. Todd with 16 for BC. Both teams shooting the ball well in the latter stages of this second quarter. Whitehorn gets the rebound, falls to the floor. The Clemson bench is up. They wanted a foul call. Amanda Butler has discarded her blazer. Coming up at the half, they are on site, the Nothing But Net crew. We got Kelly Gramlich. She got a Clemson jersey today. She's going to do some shooting later. Muffet McGraw, of course, in the green. Kelsey Riggs, and there's Ivory. There we go, behind the basket. Ivory, low energy as usual. So we look forward to what they have to say. They had a pregame show. They're working today. Come on now.
They got a lot going on today.
They got a lot going on.
Yes, they do.
Dontavia Wagner has just picked up her second foul, and as everyone with one working brain cell should know, yes, she went right to the bench because you don't want her to pick up her third foul with 18 seconds left. And so let's see what Clemson does with this last possession.
Nice.
That's who you want to get it to. Amari Robinson. Clemson starting to click here.
2 of Amari Robinson's scores come when Dontavia Wagner is on the bench. It's not a coincidence, folks. Like right here, great execution. You get the little 1-4 high set. Amari Robinson has a quick dive, gets lost, miscommunication, and an opportunity for an and one.
Unjai picks up the foul. That's a great point. They knew Wagner was out of the game, so what do? You go right to her. And it's worked a couple of times. Robinson misses the free throw. A little bit of time left for BC. Ivy gets it to Todd. Missed the shot, but Boston College with a good first half. 42-34 is the score. Todd. JoJo Lacey got into some early foul trouble, only played about 5.5 minutes. That hurt BC in the first half, but Lacey, number 4, is back out there calling for the ball. They didn't see her. And there's a block by Whitehorn.
And for both of these teams, it's about consistency, right? For Boston College, can you consistently defend in the quarter court? Great job by Ruby Whitehorn. With 4 seconds left on the shot clock. And for Clemson, can you consistently get Amari Robinson touches and get some easy buckets?
Well, how about Deanna Todd? She's now got 19 points on the game. Gets the lead back up to 11, which ties their biggest. Whitehorn lost underneath. Mattiot saves over to Harris. And here comes Todd in the open court. Nice run out for Sidbury. She now is into double figures.
Shea Sidbury does a great job of running the floor.
A 13-point disadvantage. This is the largest gap in this game so far. Robinson followed the shot. She knew she had missed it. As soon as she shot it, she took off to get the putback. Robinson, 7 points, but only 1 rebound. She's 10th in the league in rebounding this year, just under 7 per game on average. Todd, a found herself open. You can see there was some sort of a mix-up on who should be covering her.
Boston College is doing such a good job with their cutters. And cutters oftentimes will confuse coverages in the zone, and it has been doing that to the Clemson Tigers in this ballgame.
Another giveaway. Todd passed up the 3 for the 2. Now Whitehorn gets it out to Harris. See the length of Todd on Harris at the top of that zone. There's this man-to-man now.
Look at Dontavia Wagner. She's kind of just playing center field. Who can I help? Where can I find an advantage? But offensive execution, if we stop, freeze it right here. On this cut, there's confusion about who takes her. Does Amari Robinson take her? Does Daishanette Harris bump off? Ruby Whitehorn takes her on the backside, but then you've got 3 trying to guard 2, and a wide open shot for Tiana Todd.
Todd, a career-high 22 points in this game as Robinson gets another basket. Todd's previous career-high 20 last year against Holy Cross. She's 5 of 6 from 3. Inside, terrific look. Boy, Ivy with the pinpoint pass. And Amanda Butler has seen enough after the Sidbury bucket on the 6th assist of the game for Ivy.
Terrific offensive execution in this 3rd quarter by the Eagles. Look at the seam. Ivy finds it.
Tournament is brought to you by Ally. Enter now to watch your team take home the championship in person. Pam Ward and Stephanie White joining you in this game, and it has been the Tiana Todd show, the sophomore from Vaughan, Ontario. That's in Canada. Not only she's got a career high in points, she's got a career high in 3. She has 5 of them today. Her previous career high was 3 in a game.
It's amazing what a little bit of confidence will do. I mean, this is a Boston College team who, for all intents and purposes, were just down. And make a couple of 3s early in the ball game against Carolina, find a way to win it and finish it. And now everyone on this team, but specifically Tiana Todd, shooting with such confidence.
Meanwhile, Clemson trying to figure some things out. Amari Robinson hustling as always, and an offensive foul has been called on Robinson. That is the 2nd on Amari.
Well, Robinson does a good job in the offensive glass, lowered the shoulder just a little bit.
Well, Clemson turnover. Look at BC doing a good job hanging on to the ball. Just 3 turnovers for them.
And it looks like Clemson going to man-to-man defense. Boston College has done such a good job of creating against the zone, changing it up.
Sidbury with the miss.
Missed Amari Robinson in transition again. You're not going to get those opportunities back, and they're not going to be there for very long.
And missing Amari Robinson is a problem anytime, but you're right, that was one of the first times she's been wide open. Now BC on the run. Ivy gets it over, wide open look. Robinson corrals the rebound off the Lacey miss. Todd has all 5 of BC's 3s, and Harris has all 3 of Clemson's 3s. So only 2 players have hit from beyond the arc in this game today. Harris found a little driving lane and was able to separate herself from Todd to get the basket. 13 now.
And this is a Clemson team that we've seen go through it in spurts, right? Daishanette Harris has scored in spurts this game. Ruby Whitehorn has scored in spurts. We haven't seen them all do it collectively. Finding multiple touches for different players on the floor is going to be key.
Ivy with the miss. Harris streaks in to get the rebound. And another whistle.
Harris is so good off the bounce. She can create in the open floor. She can create in the half court. Just attacks the hip of Todd. Is able to stay on balance, use the glass, and get it 2. And then creates the foul in transition. The third foul on Dontavia Wagner because Harris imposed her will in transition.
And that is huge. Wagner, the best defender on the bench. Let's see if they try to get it inside with Wagner not in the game. All the way across court. Valentine hits the three. Valentine, the junior from Mobile, Alabama, first year at Clemson after a couple years at a community college.
3/4 of her shots are three-point shots. That's what she's in the ball game for. And Coach Mack told us pregame she was worried about the three-point shooters because they can get hot at any time.
BC's gone over 2 minutes without a point.
And I like the change to the man-to-man defense by Clemson. It's taking Boston College out of rhythm, but that's a tough finish by Daly.
How about that for Andrea Daly? She now has 7 points. Breaks that drought. Another foul underneath. A foul on BC for clinging to Amari Robinson.
Great individual effort. The step through by Andrea Daly. The finish off the glass.
Here's the thing. No one can reach the pinnacle.
Louisville tomorrow, bright and early, 11 a.m. Eastern time. The winner of Georgia Tech Pitt takes on a Duke team that was playing strong towards the end of the season, but then lost to North Carolina. That's just the way things go, right, in that rivalry.
It's the way the ACC has been. Virginia Tech dominating all season long, loses 2 at the end of the year. NC State looking like an odds-on favorite to compete for the championship, stumbled a little bit as well. That is life in the ACC right now.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. Here comes Daly, who was hit. And she will head to the free throw line.
Daly just slows up and is able to plant that foot. Looked like marginal contact right there coming through, but she certainly did get her right on the elbow on the crossover. I was impressed with Daly's ability to stay on balance.
Elmore picked up her first foul, and there's the three-point play for Daly. Daly, the 4th Eagle in double figures today. Only 4 Clemson Tigers have scored, period. They do, however, have 3 in double figures. Ruby Whitehorn has 16, but has not scored in this quarter. And there's another foul. We're going to get Robinson. That is 3 on Robinson, who heads to the bench.
Well, it was a bad pass, and Amari Robinson just lost her balance, and that's just an unfortunate bad luck play right there.
14 turnovers now for Clemson. 23 BC points resulting from the turnovers. Ball on the deck, taken away by Elmore. It's only the 4th turnover for BC. Trying to go all the way. Harris draws the foul. Todd picks up the foul, but just the first for her, who's put on a clinic from outside, hitting 5 threes so far. Now a good look at Daishanette Harris, who has had a terrific final year. Got her degree at Pitt and is finishing her career at Clemson. Career highs in scoring. Averaging those 5 assists, and also career high in field goal percentage for her. I think Todd's kind of feeling good. She's moving well with and without the ball. Career high in scoring today. Just a sophomore.
But Boston College hasn't had as easy a looks against the man-to-man defense, and there's Clemson going zone out of bounds, and BC able to go back to work.
Daly now with a dozen, and another turnover.
When you're trying to claw back into a ball game, every possession is gold.
Todd off the rim. Harris bottled up. Yeah, she walked, lost her footing. Turnover number 16. Let's go back to that inbounds
So
play.
Clemson goes 2-3 zone out of bounds, and the two cutters up high, they just flatten out the zone, and that's just a one-on-one terrific cut by Daly.
Turnovers there, you see it 16-4. And Boston College has done a good job cashing in on the other end.
23 points off of those turnovers. Clemson now coming back to the 2-3 zone. That's the challenge when you play this Boston College Eagles team. It's being able to execute your offense, take care of the basketball, get yourself a high percentage look.
Underneath, a nice reverse lay-in for Lacey. Boston College with his biggest lead of the game. And Lacey's first bucket, she did have a couple of early fouls that hamstrung her back in the first half. Whitehorn hasn't scored in this half after putting up 16 in the first 20 minutes.
You see the communication, the rotations on the defensive end of the floor, and Whitehorn finds the open area.
Her first basket since the second quarter. She now has 18. Good look, Lacey! With the terrific three-pointer. She's got 5 straight points.
8 for 13 from the three-point line the last 2 games of the regular season. She was coming in hot, saddled with those 2 early fouls in the first half, and starting to find it here in the second.
Whitehorn looking for an answer. Roush with the bounce pass underneath. Offensive foul on Inyang.
JoJo Lacey getting herself going in this third quarter. Again, execution against the zone. Great take, finish on the other side, and then running the floor in transition. Ivy able to find her in rhythm. Great touch.
Coach Mack before the game said she's been playing out of her mind, talking about, as you referenced, hitting threes in the last couple of games of the regular season, games that they won after a 10-game losing streak. As we get down to a minute left, offensive foul call. That's on Sidbury. She picks up her second.
Danielle Roush fortunate on that play to get the illegal screen, because going under Tiana Todd right now seems a little dangerous.
Whitehorn drives the baseline. She's got 20.
She's got to stay aggressive. Clemson need her scoring, but right now the Tigers got to find a way to get some stops.
20 points matches her season high this year. Drifting now, cutting towards the basketball. Sidbury off glass. And with the shot clock off, Clemson wants to take the final shot of the quarter. Whitehorn, it's up to her, and a foul called. Looks like she shuffled her feet, but they're saying the contact came first. It's the second on Todd. Has a conversation with Tiara Cruz. So Whitehorn steps to the free throw line for the first time today. Clemson just 3 of 5 from the line. A lot of fouls. Boston College 4 of 6 as a team. And Whitehorn now has a season high in points and adds to it. She's got 22 to match her jersey number. 2.5 seconds left.
Good substitution. Amanda Butler not wanting Amari Robinson to pick up another foul.
Todd with the inbounds. That puts a capper on third quarter. Boston College outscored. We will have Pitt and Georgia Tech. Whitehorn continues with her hot hand. She's got 24.
And I like that action with Ruby Whitehorn and Amari Robinson in the on-ball screen. It forces Dontavia Wagner to come up and pick up Whitehorn. Otherwise, she has a shot. And it allows Amari Robinson then to be running free for an offensive rebound or a dump off.
Wagner has been so crucial for this team. That steps taken after some good defense. Daly shuffled her feet. Just a 6th turnover for Boston College. They average 15 per game. During the regular year. All the way across court. Deshawnette Harris, step back 3. And the rebound hunted down by Daly. Ivy directing traffic with a head nod. Got Wagner to cut, but then Robinson comes away with it. Day Harris, fouled.
Great job in transition. Harris is so good at getting to the rim, gets opportunities at the foul line. There haven't been a lot of opportunities for free throws, but this is a great thing for Clemson. Continue to put the pressure on Boston College in transition to defend without fouling.
Get some free throws, get some points with the clock stopped. Ivy just picked up her 2nd for BC. Harris gets the line on average 5.5 times per game, which is tops for her team. This is her 2nd trip today. Got both. Back to single digits for the lead. With plenty of time left. Todd hounded by Harris. Wagner with Robinson sloughing off of her. 3-point shot, no good. Daly hustles over to get it, but then Danielle Roush, which this is kind of her game, getting in the way of passing lanes, gets the turnover. Whitehorn with the nice crossover and the sweet finish. Clemson on a bit of a roll. But Coach Mack is not calling a timeout.
Clemson doing a much better job on the defensive end. Again, the change to man-to-man. They've been more aggressive in passing lanes, taking BC out of the rhythm they had early in the ball game.
Wagner got fouled. Clemson has scored the first 6 points of this quarter. Robinson has just picked up another foul. That is her 4th. Graduate forward this year again, 2nd team All ACC like last season. What a final 5th year she has had, but right now she's got to sit on the bench with 4 fouls. Wagner at the line. Dontavia Wagner, who started at NC State, started her career at NC State before coming over to BC. She is subbed out for after hitting the free throw. Sidbury back in. A moving screen as Whitehorn got some space. Elmore picks it up. She has 4 for Clemson.
Both bigs for Clemson in foul trouble with 4 right now. See if the Eagles take advantage and attack.
No field goals in the first 2.5 minutes of this quarter as the foul is committed on the perimeter by Valentine. That's just her 1st.
BC has been really good at the elbow isolation, giving the ball to Sidwell. Wagner when she's been in the game at the elbow and allowing them to go one-on-one. This is a great opportunity to attack Elmore in that elbow action.
Ivy picked up her dribble and then got it inside to Daly, who was fouled.
And number 22.
This is a great play by Ivy. No one's open, everybody's denied, good read. Daly sets it up perfectly. That's not an easy pass when you're under duress.
That's the second foul on Whitehorn. Now Daly at the line. You mentioned Ivy, she's got 9 assists today. Averaging 5.5, second behind only Amore.
And leads the ACC in assist to turnover ratio. It does a really good job of taking care of it.
Valentine. Nope, JoJo Lacey comes up with the rebound and then settles. Gets it to Ivy. In 7 minutes to go now in the fourth. Lacey off the rim, rebound Whitehorn. Clemson has numbers. Harris up and under for the bucket on the transition.
Every time there's a missed shot, every time she has an opportunity to create in transition, she'll make the right play, make the right read.
She's got 19 points. The lead is only 8. AC is led by as many as 17. There's a missed opportunity for Daly. Harris gonna try the exact same thing and drew a foul.
Yes, keep attacking in transition, Daishanette Harris. Great job, little in and out, gets inside of Lacey. And then again, put the pressure on the defense. Force BC to try to stop her in transition. Gets another opportunity at the foul line.
It's a third foul on Todd, who heads over to the bench. Harris at the line where she is 4 for 4. Has herself another 20-point game. Coming off a 22-point effort in a heartbreaking overtime loss to Florida State to end the regular season. She's been perfect at the line. It's a 6-point game. But on the inbounds, Valentine committed a foul, her second. And they are in the bonus, Boston College is now for the rest of the quarter.
Well, now it's about knocking down your free throws. I mean, this is a team that struggles from the free throw line at times. And it's also a healthy balance of not getting too conservative, right? Playing not to lose, to staying aggressive and doing what got you to this point, but being smart. You know, for a team that's not experienced as much success this season, trying to find ways to finish out ball games.
Ivy 1 of 2. Harris with the rebound. Adiot back into the game, number 30 for Clemson. She's not taking a shot. And another whistle. Now Andrea Daly has just picked up, Andrea has picked up her 4th personal foul, so some foul trouble now for the Eagles. Boston College has only scored 4 points in this quarter. They are 0 for 3 from the floor. So just 4 free throws. They've only gotten 4 shots off in 4 minutes in this quarter.
And I love what Day Harris is doing right now. She's just putting her head down and going to the rim. She's making something happen, making plays, knocking down opportunities at the free throw line. This is how you start to build some momentum here in this 4th quarter.
She's got 21, make it 22, and she is perfect from the line this afternoon. And a 17-point lead has been whittled down to just 5. Boston College looking for their first field goal of the quarter, and they get it. Wagner from a nice pass from Lacey. Much needed to break a drought. Field goal drought that extended back to the 3rd quarter. 15 points now for Wagner. Harris will step back, pops it, hits it. and got fouled. Jeanette Harris has been terrific here in the fourth.
Taking over the ball game right now, Pam. Excelling in transition. Certainly playing with confidence right here. The step back. She's able to create the contact. It's a tight closeout. But Jeanette Harris putting the Tigers on her back.
That is 4 fouls now on Tiana Todd. And Harris is the last person you would want to put on the line. She's 8 for 8 in the game and is trying now to complete the three-point play. And does just that. Well, Harris with the new season high in scoring. 11 points for Harris in this quarter. Lacey missed wide left. Wagner got the rebound, couldn't get it. 2 offensive rebounds pay off. Sidbury sends it home.
Staying active on the glass, hustle plays. This is the Boston College team that's 3rd in the league in offensive rebounds.
With Harris tries another 3. Wagner gets the rebound. Sidbury, big time 3. She's got 17 and back-to-back buckets for BC. Lead back up to 9 as we take a timeout in Greensboro. Ally ACC Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Clemson Tigers, 15 of her 26. She's been terrific in transition. She's done a great job of utilizing screen and roll situations. Here creates some separation, gets a bucket, and 1. She's just really imposed her will and been aggressive to the rim.
And what's not shown on that graphic is a big part of the story. She didn't take a single free throw in the first half, and here in the second half, she's 9 for 9 from the line. So that has been the Harris show to get them back into this game. They trailed by 17 with a couple of minutes left to go in the third quarter. Winner of this game gets Louisville tomorrow in second round action in the morning. Harris again, nope, she passed it up. Valentine rims out. Robinson had it ripped from her hands, but a foul has been called. That's the 4th now on Wagner, so Wagner joins Todd and Daly in the 4-foul club.
Well, it looked like Amari Robinson had it. And then in comes Dontavia Wagner. Guess they called her elbow on the follow-through because that looked an awful lot like ball to me.
Yep. Robinson back at the free throw line. She's been student teaching this year and when she has to go in, they've had 5 a.m. practices for Clemson. And she takes a quick shower and heads off to a classroom where she is Miss Robinson. She's a student teacher and has just been an exemplary student athlete here or at Clemson for the last 5 years. Got her degree. Comes from a family of public servants. Her mom's a social worker. Her dad works in a group home, and she wants to be an educator. It's exceptional. Right now, Boston College trying to hang on. Whitehorn has picked up her 3rd foul, and Amanda Butler did not keep Amari Robinson on the bench for long. She is back out there, playing with 4 fouls.
I'm doing some offensive and defensive substitutions on opportunities that she has, whether off the free throw line or dead balls.
Sidbury at the line. It's been a very good pickup. Hits them both. Utah transfer, 20th in the league in scoring, 12th in rebounding during the regular season. She's got 19 in this game. Harris, after the Robinson screen, Amari rolled to the basket, but they couldn't get it to her. Inside 4 minutes, Whitehorn looked at the three-point line, and then that's a really chancy pass to Robinson.
Again, just the swarming nature of the Boston College defense. They just collapse, they're on a string. They're able to get their hands on the balls, they get in passing lanes.
Wagner fighting for the loose ball, and then Amari Robinson helps her up. Possession arrow points towards the Eagles. So Ott, the better offensive player, comes out for Roush for Clemson. Off the inbounds, Wagner couldn't handle it cleanly at first. It didn't matter. She gathered the bobble, hit it, and got fouled.
Right now, Boston College, really throughout the whole game, has found success in all of the hustle plays, all of the specialty stats. It wasn't clean, but the extra effort, the ability to get it up off the glass. But turning over, points off of turnovers, getting extra possessions off of the offensive glass, just continuing to come with multiple levels of effort and answering moments and runs that the Tigers have had.
26 points now off of 19 Clemson turnovers. Time running out. Roush put back in where she missed the three. JoJo Lacey calmly gets it over to Todd. Todd with a career high 24 points for the Eagles. Ivy now has 11 assists. Got the ball in her hands now. And a whistle and a timeout taken by Coach Mack for BC with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. 12-point lead. Coach Mack wants to talk things over. Clemson has gone the last 2.5 minutes without hitting a field goal after they got to within 4. Since then, they've been outscored 10-2. Georgia Tech in the back, stretching, warming up, getting ready to come out and take on Pittsburgh. Leah Tu King, the most improved player in the league this year, playing for the Panthers. Very exciting player, so stick around for that. And it's always fun to be in the same building as Neil Portman, head coach for Georgia Tech, colleague over at ESPN.
My former coach.
That's right, I forgot.
Yeah, my former
You guys
coach.
have a little bit of a history.
We got a little bit of history at Purdue and in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever.
Right now, Clemson fighting an uphill battle. With just under 3 minutes left to go. BC has the basketball. Time to take a look now at our Bojangles Big Bow moment of the game.
Just when it started to look like Clemson was changing the tide, right? It was cut to 4, then to 6, and Sid Berry knocks down the back-breaking 3 to get the lead back up to 9. She shoots you just 27% from the three-point line on the season, Pam. That right there was a momentum killer.
Just her 22nd 3 of the season. Time running out. Lacey in and out. Rebound taken down by Elmore. Clemson's got to hurry. Harris lost her footing, but somehow was able to find Elmore, found the bottom of the bucket.
Time and score right now for BC, making sure you're getting high quality shots, executing. You don't want to play not to lose. You still want to stay aggressive, but you got to be smart.
Wagner got bumped, no foul call. Here's Ivy. They
ball.
left Lacey alone and she found her.
Ivy had her eye on her the entire time. As soon as she got the ball back, JoJo Lacey got loose.
12 assists now for Kayla Ivy. Inside, Robinson. Robinson now with 15 points.
And there's going to be a high level of pressure right now. Man-to-man defense. BC Got to be sure on all of these entry passes. Have some opportunities for some backdoor cuts.
Ivy's 12 assists, by the way, ties a career high. Has the ball, shoots it. Rebound leaks out to Wagner. They get another 20 seconds on the clock.
All the hustle plays, all day long.
This Boston College team only won 5 games in the ACC during the regular season. They had a 10-game losing streak in the league that extended from New Year's Eve all the way to just a couple of games ago. They won their last couple. So January 21st was their last loss, and then they were able to upset North Carolina and then beat Pitt. And if they get 3 straight wins, that means they move on to play Louisville tomorrow. Whitehorn has 4 fouls. Here's Todd, who has had the game of her offensive life. First-year starter out of Canada, 23 points now for her, extending her career high. 5 of 6 from 3 for her. And it looks like we're going to see the Eagles again tomorrow. They were, by the way, 0-2 against Louisville during the regular season. Coach Mack, Joanna Bernardy-McNamee, and Jeff Walls, good friends. They were on Maryland's staff when they won the 2006 national championship. So they will meet for the 3rd time. Inside, right at a minute to go right now. And Amari Robinson, what a treat it has been to watch her play for Clemson. She was all freshman back in 2020, all academic. She's in the great special education program they have at Clemson. Harris has it pop out. Now Sidbury's going to settle it to Ivy. Coach Mack calls a timeout. Diana Todd, good 3-point shooter during the regular season. Today she was a great 3-point shooter.
Exceptional from the opening tip of the ball game. Steps up, knocks shots down with confidence. Found the open areas in the zone. She shot in rhythm the entire ball game and with absolute confidence and certainty. And that's the difference, you know, when you're a team who is high risk, high reward on the defensive end of the floor. You've got to be able to knock down shots offensively. You've got to match other teams' offense once they break past your ability to turn them over. And the Boston College Eagles and Tiana Todd have done that here today.
Career high in scoring for her today. Kayla Ivy has tied her career in assists.
Well, you know, it's interesting because, you know, I say high risk, high reward, but Amanda Butler talked about they take calculated risks. Like, they understand where those risks are going to come from in their opponent's offense.
That's a backcourt violation. Clemson wanted to travel before that on Lacey. Well, the Tigers get the ball back. Harris, who has certainly more than done her part in trying to lead this comeback. 26 points, finds Robinson, who got fouled. Looks like Wagner got her.
And you don't want to foul if you're BC. A 2 doesn't hurt you. So giving Clemson opportunities to score points with no time running off the clock. This is that learning how to finish games and win ball games kind of moment for BC right now.
And that's the last thing you want to do. Stop the clock and let Clemson get scores. That was the 5th foul on Dontavia Wagner, who leaves with 18 points and 5 rebounds. Robinson, usually a terrific free throw shooter at 81%. He's 3 for 6. Check that, 3 for 7 today from the free throw line. So another 30-second timeout. Robinson's birthday today, along with head coach Amanda Butler, but not going to be much to celebrate.
Got some missed opportunities, whether it's at the foul line or for possessions.
Boston College is a team that came into this as the lower seed, but really from the beginning, they got out to a good start. They've been able to keep Whitehorn at bay a little bit. Harris got caught on fire, but this is a good win for BC, to say the least.
It absolutely is, and it's a team that's playing with a lot of confidence on the offensive end of the floor, which is at times where they've struggled, but more than anything, their energy, their effort, their competitive spirit. You know, it's a team that's, you know, had every reason throughout the course of the season, whether it be the emotional aspects that they've gone through as a team or losing streaks that they've gone through as a team, to kind of pack it in, and they haven't. And I think you can see how tight-knit, how close and connected this group is, and how they just play hard for each other.
And Coach Mack talked about that with us before the game. There's another foul, said just the goal is to play together as one, and they came out, they executed well in their half-court offense, and again, points off turnovers, that's kind of what they feast on, and they did that a lot today. 26 points off turnovers.
26 points off of turnovers, 17 second chance points off of 12 offensive rebounds. I mean, this is a team that has just played with multiple levels of effort and a high energy level.
The first time that Clemson teammates have scored 25 points in an ACC tournament game, but not enough. They have 26 apiece, so 52 of their 72 points just coming from Harris and Whitehorn. Robinson has chipped in another 15. But the Boston College Eagles are going to have a date with Louisville. We mentioned they lost twice, but the last time they played them at home in mid-February, they had a lead for much of the game, ended up only losing by 2 points.
Well, think of how much more confidence this team is playing with right now. You know, certainly a team that's a scary out in this ACC tournament. But I know Jeff Wall's group is going to be ready to go. Certainly a disappointing loss at the end of the season at Notre Dame.
If they had they won that game, they would have gotten the 4th seed and would not be playing until Friday. Instead, Notre Dame is in that position.
Well, Notre Dame, a team that's finally as healthy as they're going to be probably all season long, but playing the best basketball of the season. When you have Hidalgo and Westbeld and Sonia Citron clicking on all cylinders together, that is a tough team to beat.
The only question with them in this tournament is, because they don't have a deep bench, winning 3 games in a row could be tough. There's Georgia Tech chomping at the bit to try to get out, where they will be taking on Pittsburgh in our next game. Coming up after this game is concluded, I believe about 27 minutes after this game is concluded, we'll have that game for you. And then the nightcap tonight, UVA taking on Wake Forest. Boy, Virginia, what a job for Coach Mox there.
Yes, Coach Mox and her staff have done an outstanding job, and those players for buying in and continuing to get better.
Mari Robinson gets it over to Harris. Rebound taken by Todd, who has had a terrific game. Sidbury with the double-double for Boston College, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Todd with a career-high 24, including a career-high 5 threes. And the Boston College Eagles, after a 10-game losing streak, have won 3 straight games. They move on to the second round against Louisville.
And an impressive win today. What they were able to do, 85 points.